Keep your focus on your breath. Any thoughts, any feelings, stay with it. Come back to your breath. Breathe in, take in all the positive energy, positive vibration. Breathe out, let go of what doesn't resonate. You are whole. You are your breath. As we finish our 45-minute meditation, slowly bring your hands to your eyes. Stay with your breath, with yourself. As I count down from 3, let's slowly open our eyes. 3, 2, 1. All right, how are we feeling? Thumbs up, thumbs down? I want to see all thumbs up. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Roshan and Satvik for this wonderful, peaceful meditation. All right, as we wrap up our meditation, I'd like to thank you all for being here with everyone today. I know for day 2, this is our last time to meditate as a group, but we do have tomorrow, day 3, where we'll continue our meditations. But from the bottom of my heart, I'd like to thank all of your hearts for joining us, and Roshan and crew for guiding us through our meditation today. Test, test. All right. As we move into our next item, our next speaker of the day is Mr. Nachum Planka, PhD, who will be guiding us through the topic coherence, getting the heart and the brain in sync. Nachum sir is the principal data scientist at the Heart Math Institute, where he leads the Global Consciousness Project 2.0, the worldwide network designed to explore how our collective consciousness responds to all the global events. He earned his PhD in computational physics from Stanford University, publishing in the top journals such as Nature, and later worked as a senior data scientist at Quantified Inc., tracking the effects of global attention and sentiments on brands and businesses. Now, what makes Nachum sir's work so special is how he blends scientific expertise with genuine compassion. Alongside his research, he has dedicated to daily meditation and consciousness practices for more than a decade, bringing both intellect and heart information into everything he does. Now with that, please join me to give a warm welcome to Mr. Nachum sir.
Testing, testing. I think it's working here.
कैसे बदलेगी हमसे हमसे ये दुनिया कैसे बदलेगी हमसे हमसे हम खुद को कैसे बदलेंगे ध्यान से विज्ञान से आत्मज्ञान से खुद को जानो तुम क्या हो पहचानो तुम क्या हो तुम क्या हो
your heart is actually influencing your brain more so than the reverse. What particularly is it influencing? Patterns in the neural signals from the heart especially affect brain centers involved in perception, emotional experience, cognitive functioning, and self-regulation. In other words, the things we use to get along in day-to-day, this is what our heart is actually, our physiological heart in our chest is impacting this. And we can measure this. On the left here, you see incoherent patterns. So what's happening there, it's a heart rhythm, measuring someone's heart, and it's choppy and it's noisy, and somebody, this person is maybe frustrated, irritated, impatient, worried, and this is something that happens in their heart, that we measure, and it inhibits their brain function. It impairs how they perform during the day. On the other hand, if you're in a coherent state, like you can see on the right here, sorry about that. Can we back up a few slides? I think there we go. I got it, thanks. On the right here, you can see coherence. So appreciation, calm, patience, confidence. If I'm in that emotional state and my heart is showing this nice smooth rhythm, that inhibits brain function, facilitates brain function and promotes optimal performance. So your heart rhythms that we can measure affect your physical and mental performance. They directly affect brain centers involved in foresight, decision-making, social awareness, our ability to self-regulate. We want to go from incoherence to coherence, so that essentially we have a better day. I want to take us through a very short exercise to bring ourselves into a little bit more coherence here and to kind of demo what you can do. So I'm going to ask you it's like a 1-minute meditation. You can close your eyes, or you can just bring your attention a little more inside. Start to breathe a little slower and deeper into the area of your heart, center of your chest. Imagine the breath is flowing in and out of there. Slower, a rhythm that's comfortable for you. And this is called heart-focused breathing. Now, activate a positive feeling. Bring to mind something or someone, maybe a person, a pet, a nature scene, that makes you feel good. It doesn't have to be a strong feeling. We're just doing this for a moment. But focus on something that maybe you feel appreciation, care, gratitude. Something simple. And you can slowly open your eyes and bring your attention a little more external again. Now, show of hands, how many of you feel a little different than you did a minute ago? Yeah. That's the quick coherence technique. You can do that any time during the day. You can do it with your eyes open. You can be in a frustrating meeting. And in fact, check this out. This is real data from somebody who was at work, stressful situation. This is their heart rate. And up there in the middle, in red, you can see they got particularly frustrated with their coworker. Their heart rate was elevated. Their heart rhythms are incoherent. And then they practiced heart-focused breathing for 1 or 2 minutes, and you see this sharp downward trend. It goes into this green coherent, she goes into this green coherent state. Her heart rhythms are smooth, her heart rate is back down to normal. And for the next 30 minutes at least, we measured that she remained calm and composed in what was still a stressful work environment that she reported. She never feels like that at work. So it's such a simple technique, but so much power in it. You yourself can also measure and see the actual effects of this technique We have several free apps that you can check out. We have the Inner Balance app. That's to measure your personal coherence, your heart rhythms. We have the Global Coherence app. Then you get to see how you're doing coherent with other people, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. There's a beautiful new Heart Math app, also good for personal coherence. Definitely want to check that out. And you can, also for free, you can just use your camera. It actually measures with a flashlight. It measures your heart rate, and you can get biofeedback about your coherence, and it will guide you how to be more coherent. If you get really into it as well, you can buy the sensor shown on the bottom left there, the Inner Balance sensor. That's on the store as well. There are so many published studies, peer-reviewed, hundreds of them, showing the benefit of coherence. I'm not going to read all of these, but I'll let you kind of take a look through them. And I'll just highlight a couple. It's proven to decrease stress and anxiety. It also improves sleep quality and overall well-being. And the bottom one here actually is really cool. Actually, it's not showing on the slide, but there's one with, there's a really cool one recently where the proteins in the blood, there are proteins that are associated with dementia. And just by doing coherence practices, they showed those proteins were reduced, suggesting that you can prevent, possibly, or mitigate the effects of dementia just by heart coherence practices. So there are many proven physical and mental health benefits to coherence. Now I want to zoom out a little bit. So we understand how important it is for us to be coherent, for us to go through the world in a more coherent state. How are we affecting others? How are others affecting us? That's social coherence. Each heartbeat produces electricity, which we measure with an ECG, like in the hospital, right? This is measurable. When there's a flow of electrical current, then it's a fact in physics, you have a magnetic current that comes around that. And that, you can see kind of a picture, schematic there of how it looks around your body. You can measure those too, we do with magnetometers. The emotional information is radiated by your heart's magnetic field. All this heart stuff we're talking about in here is coming out here too, affecting others. And you can think of your heart's magnetic field as your personal energetic environment. So, really, to continue, really emphasizing that this is physics, this is actually happening inside. Your heart rhythms, and this is another way of looking at them, it's called the power spectrum. Without going into details, on the left here, on the left here, you can see this strong spike right at the left side. That's a 0.1 hertz frequency. It's this very slow rhythm that the heart has when it's coherent. There's no such spike if somebody's in anger, if they're incoherent. That's the difference between these two. You don't see that spike. So this is a frequency. This is in your heart, and your heart broadcasts a magnetic field, that means that magnetic field is carrying the signature of that frequency. So if you're coherent, other people are going to pick up on that. So, and here's a really cool experiment showing this. Steve Morris got 40 people together, groups of 4, and so he had 3 of those people he trained for 2 weeks in coherence practices, and then he had them sit down in the experiment and start doing their practices and being coherent. The 4th person didn't know what was going on. Never heard of coherence. They just they're measuring their heart rhythms. Here, you sit over here, okay? And they're seeing they're incoherent. But when those 3 other people go coherent, so does the 4th. They're not doing anything. They're picking it up from these other 3 people. So the way that you move in the world, and if you're coherent, there are ways that you can't even see that you're impacting others. And I think we know this. Sometimes you walk into a room and the energy is heavy. This is a physical mechanism by which you can be picking up that energy, and you're like, I don't feel good, right? You're picking up their frequency. And the converse is true as well, right? You pick up positive frequency. So it's not just people, it's trees. This is really crazy. We did this experiment just this year So we don't only measure hearts at HeartMath. There's a lot of data that I play with. We measure trees all over the world, and they have electrical signals too, just like we do, actually. And they're at a similar strength to the heart. The mechanism is fairly different, but what's cool is they are picking up on our signals. And so this experiment, what we did is we have 4 maple trees at HeartMath in Boulder Creek, California, lined in a row. They're similar trees, but only one of them gets the benefit of having every day for a week, 10 minutes, HeartMath people sitting around the tree and doing a heart coherence practice, sending it heart. 10 minutes. And you can see on the bottom trace over the black one, that's the tree that received it. And you see how there's a dramatic jump in the electrical behavior of the tree starting when they start, for that whole week really, that they're doing that practice. It's already in published literature in science that when a tree is showing those, like it's the strength of its circadian rhythms, that's basically what you're looking at over there, that correlates to its health. So the tree receives this coherence and it's healthier. So even trees are feeling it, right? How much impact do we have by our emotional state and by our coherence? And this leads me to the bigger picture, right? The biggest picture we might think of impacting is the global coherence. So the Global Coherence Initiative is a science-based, co-creative project to unite people in heart-focused love and intention to facilitate the shift in global consciousness from instability and discord to compassionate care, cooperation, and increasing peace. So we have ways that we even measure the global coherence. We have magnetometers, such as the one shown here. In this one it's actually quite a bit of work to construct this. It's in the ground there at HeartMath. And at HeartMath, it's a very idyllic setting, so it's quiet, and we're able to pick up sensitively the Earth's magnetic fields. As well, we have a few of them all around the planet. And as far as we know, this is the only time-synced calibrated system in the world that can, right, where you have multiple places that are measuring the magnetic field. So this is a highly sought-after data set by top universities around the world. And what we're using it for in particular is to see, right, the magnetic fields of the planet. One way you can image this, and in fact, NASA from its satellites has imaged, you see in the middle that little ball, that's Earth? Well, those are its huge magnetic fields surrounding Earth. You can see surrounding it. And those are quite similar to the schematic right in the top right there. What are the magnetic fields coming out of us, coming out of our heart? So we're all broadcasting these magnetic fields, and they're interacting with each other, right? We're interacting, we can impact the planet can impact us. We have the planet, if I go back to these frequency plots, the planet also has certain frequencies that it are resonant, that it shows up in more often. And one of those you can see here can be the 0.1 hertz that we mentioned before. Again, that really slow, it's actually like once every 10 seconds rhythm. And that's the rhythm we talked about for a coherent heart. So it doesn't, maybe this makes sense. We humans evolved on this planet. This planet has these 0.1 hertz frequencies. And we connect to those frequencies, right? And that's healthy for us. 0.1 hertz, that's the coherent heart, right? So we kind of evolved in a healthy, that's the healthy way to be in your environment. And I'm going to make this even more concrete in just a moment and show you how we impact the planet, how the planet impacts us. And that's by looking at the Global Consciousness Project 2.0. This is one of our newest, coolest projects at HeartMath. I'm actually the lead on this project, so this is what I work the most on. And the way this works is we measure shifts in data coming out of random number generators that are positioned all over the planet, hundreds of them. And these RNGs are hosted by citizen scientists around the world. GCP 2.0, the short form for this project, helps us to begin to understand the true impact of individual and collective consciousness around the world. So basically the way this works is you have RNGs, they're random. Typically, you're not learning anything from something that's just spitting out random numbers. But when there's a coherent event in the world, so there can be an unfortunate terrorist attack, and suddenly it's on the news and everyone's looking at that. That's where our attention is. It can also be a really positive event, like a global peace meditation. So in those situations where a lot of people on the planet are coherently focused on the same thing, their attention, their emotions are in the same aligned, the random number generators also become coherent, non-random, correlated with each other. So we're impacting these devices. We impact trees, we impact people, right? We impact everything. That's pretty much where we're going here. So take a look here where we have, it's those coherent feelings like love and compassion that particularly influence this network that we're able to measure. This is hundreds of events over the original Global Consciousness Project, the predecessor of the one that I'm working on now. I'm going to show you a little bit of data, but let me just set you up a little first. The way that we like to depict what we see in these random number generators is called network coherence. How's that network coherent? And so if I look on the top left here, I can see there's a red curve kind of going down the middle. It's like hovering around 0. There's not much coherence. This is what it looks like when the network is just random. And an analogy we like to use on the bottom left here is imagine these devices are just like rubber ducks floating on the ocean, and they're just doing their own thing. There's nothing to do with each other, just random. Similarly, that's the RNGs. They have these bits, these 0, 1 bits just coming out random. Now in the middle column here, you can see what happens when they become coherent. So then there's this red curve going straight up out of this kind of blue curve that's basically you get out of that and you're statistically significant. So you have this network coherence shooting up, and what's going on, and the analogy is that the rubber ducks are now all in sync. They're floating at the top of the wave, the bottom of the wave, all at the same time. That's kind of like what the RNGs are doing in their bits. On the right hand, you can see another form of coherence that can happen where in the data, what it looks like is this downward red curve, also statistically significant. But here, the ducks, they're coordinated, like some are up, some are down, and they're evenly balancing out. So they are coordinated and coherent. It's just another way they show up. Okay, let's see some real data now. Here's an event, the Global Spirituality Mahotsav, which was held in the Heartfulness Institute in India, possibly the largest meditation center in the world. 60,000 people all in one space there. And so we tracked, particularly at the high point of this event, what was happening in the global network of the RNGs. And you can see here, in the morning, they got going, and it was kind of flat, not too much coherence, random, and then they started the meditation, and it took off. The RNGs became coherent all around the world. So, number one, this is a real example of how this happens. And I'll show you, you can go to our website and see all sorts of other examples. But what's really cool about this one is it's actually not a global event. It's actually just in India where this event's happening. But it shows you the power of coherent groups. It shows you that even a smaller group, perhaps even a group like ours right here, can impact the planet. In fact, I'm sure it's affecting the planet. It's just a question of how strongly, right? This was strong enough that we could pick it up on the RNGs across the planet. We can check from this event if that happens. It may or may not be strong enough, but you're definitely having an impact. So it's amazing, really, how far our impact goes just from our coherence. So if you want to get involved in this particular project, you're welcome to go to our website, gcp2.net. You can see here, this is where all those dots are where the RNGs are around the planet right now. There's about 350 of them. And but we're going up to 1,000. So we want more hosts. And, actually in the US, we're quite full. So if you're in the US, as most of us are, get some friends who are not, and network with them and get them excited about this project, because we'd love to have more hosts. Particularly, you can actually see here in Africa and Asia, there's quite a lot of room. India is actually doing pretty well, thanks to Patriji, who's helped us out there, getting hosts. But all across over there also where, in those countries, if you know someone and, maybe they can't afford it, we have sponsors. So really check out gcp2.net if you're interested. So I hope the story, the message that you're coming away with here is that what we feed the field matters. We have different layers of coherence. We have personal coherence, which we measure in our hearts, that affects our brains, that affects our lives, that affects how we show up in the world. And there are frequencies to that. Those frequencies extend from our bodies outwards. Other people feel that. It's in the electromagnetic field. And not only do other people feel it, other things, right? All across the planet, this global coherence is impacted by the way we are, the way we show up, and we're affected as well. So what we feed the field matters. Thank you.
I'd like to invite Dr. J.K. and Padma Aunty to facilitate Nachum Sir, please. All right, as we're facilitating, I'd like to present to the audience a Q&A time. Does anyone have burning questions? I saw an immediate hand. I'll come to you. Stage. Come on out to the stage.
Thank you for an awesome presentation. It was very, very informative. My question is, one, could you please speak a little bit more on the device, if we have to host it? What is the device like? And if we have to measure it personally, are you saying there are apps that we can use? And if you could speak about that too.
Yeah, thanks for the question. So, let's see. So the personal app, there's a few apps, right? There's the Inner Balance. There was a slide on that. There's Inner Balance, Global Coherence, and Heart Math. And I think if you search on the App Store, you search Heart Math, those three will come up. The Inner Balance app and the Heart Math app are going to measure your personal coherence. The Heart Math is more of a newer version, so you might start there, and then people like to try out. Sometimes people like the older version, newer version, play with it, and that will measure your coherence. And you can then be doing a practice maybe for 3 minutes you start with, and it'll guide you. It'll say, okay, take deeper breaths. The same guidance that I was giving, the app will give you, and you'll actually see, very quickly, you'll see your heart rhythms go coherent. It'll give you some coherence score, and it'll be like, okay, you're great, you're coherent. So it's a biofeedback. It lets you train to do that, so then you can do it without the app too. The Global Coherence app gives you less information about what's going on while you're doing that, but you can join a group, you can see how they're coherent, you're coherent with them. They're all hooked up, either sensor or using their phone, and they're measuring their heart rhythms, and then you can see the group's coherence. So that's the apps. And then you talked about the device, the random number generators. So they're like this big, you know, they fit on, they have to be hardwired into a modem. That's pretty much the main thing. You don't have to do anything with them. You just have them there, and then we're collecting data 24/7. It's very low impact on the internet. Normally it can cost $300, which is the cost. We're a nonprofit, so that's how much it costs us. But again, we have sponsors. If people are in parts of the world, right, that's difficult. And again, we're not, in the US we're full, so we're not hosting more there. Yeah, those devices, right, I don't have a picture right here, but they're cool. They're like little flashing devices. They just kind of sit there. Sometimes people play with them. It's become popular to do little meditations with your device, and then there's a little light in the middle that changes colors depending on what you're doing, so it might be able to pick up what's happening. So, does that answer your question?
Yeah, that answers. So that device will pick up everything in that house and also within the country, and that's what the data you're collecting.
Yeah, I mean, our primary focus is global, but what it picks up in a house is very subtle. So usually we have one of our researchers did an example in his house. He had to do in the morning his kids are very rowdy, as I think many of us can relate to. And so that was a really time in his house that there was a lot of action. And so he didn't see anything happen on just one event, but over the course of repeating this experiment many, many times, he could see, the network, there's a little device coherence network going on, picking up on that. So it's a very general, you know what I mean? It's not invading privacy. It's just it's a general kind of sense of, wow, okay, we're coherent, we're not.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming here.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Let's give one last round of applause to Mr. Nachum. Woohoo! All right, now with this, we'll begin with a short wisdom video from Patriji. Followed by that video, we'll be honored to welcome Patri at stage to discuss the new Earth frequency. Let's go ahead and get that video playing. Are we able to get the video up?
तुझ में मुझ में क्या अंतर है, पशु पक्षी भी जीव है। तुझ में मुझ में क्या अंतर है, पशु पक्षी भी जीव है। जीने का हक सबको है।
All right, in the meantime, we'll go ahead. Oh, okay. Here we are, Eureka.
And it has seen the light of so many masters of music to enter into meditation. Thus, we have introduced another great innovation, the pyramid structure, the geometrical structure, so that we have been authorized by the world to give to the world meditation plus music. The meditation plus music by pyramid societies, pyramid spiritual societies, has been the hallmark of its meditation, and it has seen the light of so many masters of music to enter into meditation. Thus, we have introduced another great innovation, the pyramid structure, the geometrical structure, so that people who come over here to meditate inside the pyramid have found abundant energy, which was otherwise not available to them. So the combination of pyramid energy, which is a result of sacred geometry, aligned towards the four sides of the triangle, and then with music on. Hours and hours of meditation. What can be said of meditation, of music, and of pyramid energy? It's a divine combination, so that meditators will find all the support of the music and the sacred geometry.
All right. With that, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Patriji to discuss the new Earth frequency. Woohoo!
Hi guys, welcome back. How was the session with Nochim? Great. Did you learn anything new? It's not just, you're not just here to sit there and listen. Did you learn anything new, Sridevi ma'am? Yes, but she already knows everything. But it's a reminder for all of us when we listen something repetitively, it programs our subconscious mind, right? So repetition is good. So you're here to program your subconscious mind. You're here to change your lives. Is that right? And not just yours, you're here to change everyone else's life. How many of you here are leaders? Let's give a big round of applause. I see my husband's hand up. I want more hands up. How many of you are leaders here? Everybody's hand must be up. Arunji, up. Yes. Thank you. Because you are a leader. Everybody is a leader. You're leading your family, you're leading your community, your WhatsApp group. How many of you are leading admins at WhatsApp groups? Come on, then you are a leader. If you are leading a WhatsApp group. Thank you. Thank you, Joe. Maybe we'll just keep it a little bit down for the music, but the presentation is not working and I don't have a clicker. But I have 15 minutes, so I'm just gonna go in my own flow, guys. Like as always, I'm not gonna look at the presentation. Is that okay? Thank you. So you'll see my element coming out. So, guys, today I'm here to talk about the New Earth frequency. What is New Earth frequency and what are we talking about? The New Earth is a concept that is being birthed. Now you're hearing a lot around every spiritual community, every conscious community. Let me rephrase spiritual into conscious community, the word New Earth. The leaders of New Earth are emerging, where The new earth is all about collaboration. The new earth is all about empowerment. The new earth is all about being conscious of who we are, where we come from, what we eat, what we wear, everything. This is the new earth leaders. This is the new earth frequency. So, we heard from Nocham about how our thoughts, our emotions are affecting our reality. How our belief systems are creating our reality. How many of you, thank you. How do I do it? Oh, okay, perfect, thank you. How many of you know Joe Dispenza? Whoa, look at that. Let's give a big round of applause to Joe Dispenza. He is a man that changed a lot of lives, especially in the Western world. And I admire this guy. He has done some great stuff. And we'll bring him here one day. Yes, we'll bring him here one day to talk about, yes, NJ? Yes, NJ is ready. He wanted to bring him last year, and it's happening. It's already happened. He's already here with us. He's already there. This is manifestation. How many of you enjoyed the astral surgery today? Yay, big round of applause to Premnath sir. Thank you, sir. This is what I'm talking about, the new earth leader. He's a new earth leader. Here we are no longer talking about just physical body. The new earth, I don't want to waste time. New earth isn't a place that we move to. It is what we create in the now moment. Now, right now, we are creating this new earth with our consciousness, with our presence in the now moment. Just breathe right now with me. I'm changing the whole script there. My team is sitting in Delhi and creating my slides. They will kill me because I never follow the slides. I never follow the script. Like, why are you making us do this work, Pari? That's what they say. I'm sure that's what they'll do. But breathe with me. Breathe in. Breathe out. Another one. Breathe in. Breathe out. You notice the space between each breath. Is there a space? There is a slight, like a minute second space. That space is the stillness. That space is the 0 point energy. That space is the quantum field. That space is vector equilibrium in the geometry. This is the space where happenings and non-happenings exist. This is the space where you start changing your reality. In the video you heard, meditation will solve every problem. How does meditation solve every problem? Have you ever wondered? Nobody asked that question yet. Or maybe we don't have question and answer session here. How does meditation solve every problem in our life? Because as you meditate, you enter into this 0 point energy state, this quantum field, where every possibility exists. You know, we heard so many presentations here. We live in this quantum field where things exist because we observe. Neil talked about it yesterday, if you heard about it, right? So, if I put my awareness to it, it exists. If I don't focus, it doesn't exist. This is quantum reality. So when we meditate, we enter into this 0 point energy, this 0 point consciousness, where we can create every possibility. That where you see doors, where you see walls, now start opening up. Now start creating that pathway for you that you never thought existed, because you are now able to enter the quantum field with your breath. That is what meditation is about. This is how you can solve any problem. You can rewrite your body blueprint. How many of you know Bruce Lipton? Biology of Belief. Yes, Gargi has read it. Mr. Srinivas has read it. Doesn't he talk that we can rewrite our DNA blueprint? He talks about that. What does that mean? You know, so many times I hear, oh, if you have mother, that the doctors take the history, that did your mother has diabetes, a kidney problem, whatever, you know, you submit that history. But what he says, epigenetics says that you can absolutely change that history. that if your mother has diabetes, you don't need to get her diabetes because that's rewritten. Am I right, Ivan? Thank you. He's my guru, by the way. Let's give a big round of applause to Ivan, who came from Croatia right now. Attending, he's being the student. He's a retreat leader. He leads people, but right now he's listening. That is what we are talking about, a leader, a new earth leader. Thank you. So we can rewrite DNA. We can change our stories. We can change our medical history. We can do all of that. All you have to know is how to do it. How do you do it? How do you rewrite your stories? How do you change your DNA blueprint? Is through this quantum field. Is through when you enter that presence. Just, it's all in your breath. All magic starts right here. Breathe in. Breathe out. That singular moment of silence that you hold between each exhale and inhale is the gateway into this beautiful cosmic energy, into beautiful quantum field that you can absolutely create any story. How do you create? With your intention, with your words, with your thoughts, with your beliefs, with the right mindset. There are 4 kinds of thinking. I don't want anyone, pyramid masters, answering this question. There are 4 types of thinking. What are the 4 types of thinking? No. No. Who are new here? Who are new? Raise your hand. Who are new? Yes. Yes, sir. What's the first kind of thinking? Positive. Give him a big clap. What's your name, sir? Oh, Vijay Kumar Reddy gets claps and you get a gift from me. What is the second kind of thinking? Now you don't get to answer. You get only one gift. I want another person. New person. No. New. Who are new here? Yes. What is the second type of thinking? Negative thinking. Okay, let's, what's your name, ma'am? Sharmila gets a gift from Pari. Okay, big clap, guys. She said negative thinking. Come on, what are you guys doing? Let's encourage. Positive thinking, negative thinking. What is the third kind of thinking? No prompting. No, yes? What? No, wrong. What else? Okay, miraculous thinking. Let's give a big round of applause. What is the fourth kind of thinking? Huh? Elevated? We already said miraculous. Similar. Yes, sir. Yeah? Say that again. Nothing. No thinking? No. Some thinking. We have 4 kinds of thinking. What? Okay, disaster. Let's give her a big. She is like, I want the gift. Give me now. Give me now. Okay, you get the gift. So there are 4 kinds of thinking, guys. Say with me loudly. Disastrous thinking. Negative thinking. Positive thinking. Miraculous thinking. Say that again. Disastrous thinking. Negative thinking. Miraculous thinking. Thank you again. A class for you. If you take anything from this 2-day event, remember this for sure. If you don't remember, then it's a wasted trip for here. So there are 4 types of thinking. Disastrous thinking is thinking, I can never make it happen. I can never speak on stage like this. I can never do this. I can never make it. I will never get a job. Disastrous thinking. You have disastrous thinking, you create disastrous experiences in your life. Second thinking, negative thinking. I can't be on time. No, maybe it won't happen. Maybe my kid will not learn it. Maybe I can never do this. That's negative thinking. Stop thinking negatively. Papa, are you there? Are you listening to me? Yes, that's my father-in-law. Let's give a big round of applause to my father-in-law. Hare Sangvi. Which he's an expert in negative thinking, by the way. So that's negative thinking. Third thinking is positive. Yes, maybe I can do it. Maybe let me try. Maybe let me do it. Maybe I can do it. Positive thinking. Here, what I'm going to say is positive thinking is old paradigm. It's gone. It's old school. Here, we only talk about miraculous thinking. We don't talk about positive thinking. Old school. Miraculous thing. I can do this. It's already done. It's done. The whole world is meditating already in my vision. When I see you, right now, here I'm standing and I'm seeing you, I don't see any empty spaces. I see every chair being filled. I see every nationality being here before me right now. I see everyone listening, meditating when the musicians are playing. This is my vision. Although everybody sees empty seats there, I don't see empty seats. This is the beginning of the new earth frequency. This is where we are heading. This is how we manifest. You see what your vision is no matter what the reality tells you. No matter what you see as evidence in your life, you don't worry, you ignore that. You only see what you want to create. Without exception, without doubt. Doubt creates negative energy. Doubt creates density. It becomes more matter. You need to be more energy. Srinivas, your language. You need to be more energy, not matter. Doubts create that matter. It creates dense energies. We need to be above that. Above the matter you see. You see all successful people. When you listen to their interviews, my husband is a great listener of all the successful interviews. Am I saying it right, Mihir? You see if he's a great cricket player, by the way, guys, let's give him up for his cricket. He plays cricket, and all the athletes, when you listen to them, they are seeing it. They see the ball coming. They see how they hit. They are imagining, visualizing every single bit how it has to happen. Even the negative outcomes. Even if they miss the ball, how are they going to react? They embody that feeling, that emotion when they are visualizing. That is the level of faith. Jesus Christ said, when you have a faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Yes, Beatrice? All I'm asking is, have the faith of a mustard seed that you can do it. You can move mountains. And that's all is needed. Just be in that embodiment. Visualize from where that source comes. That energy is coming from meditation. When you connect to that infinite source of energy, you channel that energy through your words, through your intentions, through your beliefs, through your visions, through your dreams. So dream big, because you're going to use the same amount of energy whether it's a big dream or a small dream. My dream is big, guys. I told Beatrice, I want 500,000 people. 500,000 people in Spanish. That's her task. I want everybody sitting there and I'm dancing to Enrique right here and doing meditation and salsa. Okay, let's do salsa. I have to learn salsa. That's what I want. That's my dream. And I'm going to take every bit, I'm going to fight every second to make that happen. I'm going to ignore what I see in my reality. I'm going to ignore all the empty spaces because you are important. The consciousness is rising with every soul. So don't look at the gaps. Train your mind to look at the success. You have to train it. It's a practice. You can cultivate it. It's not natural thing. It doesn't come natural. You have to train it. Look at the success, and celebrate always. Be in that emotion, elevated emotion that Nochin just talked about. That's how you start manifesting. This is what New Earth is all about. And New Earth is also about, by the way, guys, I am Patriji, if you are listening to me for the first time. My company is Soham Shift. I work with coaches. I work with people who want to create movements. That's who I work with. If you're here to create a movement, a global movement, and you want a community, you want a network, that's me. So connect with me. And my Instagram is Patriji. You can always connect. I know many people who are coming and talking to me. So connect with me there. I do respond there, just for your information. The last 5 minutes, I'm going to end. So this is what I want to talk about. These two things. Guys, yes, we want to be motivated. You're here, elevated, motivated. You go back to your home and then you go back to your life. Things happen. How do you keep yourself elevated? We right now live in a world with lot of distortions. The matrix is created with lot of distortions. There is this 5G, there's radiation, there's electromagnetic waves, there's ultraviolet rays. Right now I'm standing, there are so many waves going through my body right now. So yes, my chakras are imbalanced. You can be at the same level of emotion at every point. So how do you elevate that? How do you change your environment? This is what again Bruce Lipton talks about, the environment. You need to elevate your environment to match your vibration. Your house should reflect who you are. Your space should reflect that. And that's how you keep yourself motivated. If you come to my house, by the way guys, I live in Orange County, you're all welcome to come. We have a pyramid there, and that's what I would say is bringing that high vibrational tools into your environment. I call it this as vibrational layering. We have 7 bodies. Yes, sir, Premnath sir, 7 bodies, am I right? He corrects me, guys. I know, if I do say anything wrong, he is going to correct me. So we have 7 bodies. The physical body, the Western medicine has been developed to test only on the dead bodies. That's how it has been developed. The physical body we have. After that we have etheric body, mental body, astral body, causal body, spiritual body, nirvanic body. We have all these bodies. So you can see the homeopathy medicine. How many of you know homeopathy? Yes, you guys use that? Yes, that works at the etheric level. That works at the physical and the etheric level. If you want to go deeper, you need to get into the gem elixirs. What are gem elixirs? Crystal essences. Do you guys know crystals? Amethyst, carnelian, all these crystal essences go to your mental body, to your astral body. And then astral and mental. And if you want to go deeper to the trauma you carry from your past lives, you want to heal that. You want to cut your cords, entity attachments. I know I'm going deeper here. But all of that you need to get deeper to go into and work with the nature elements. The flower essences go deeper. This is given by Richard Gerber in the book Vibrational Medicine. This picture is from that book. So you can refer to that. So we need to connect to these elements because we are made up of vitamins. All the crystal essences, all the crystal frequencies are within our bodies. And that's why we say heart chakra is which crystal? Which crystal? Heart chakra. Rose quartz. Good job. Yes, rose quartz, heart chakra. Roses, heart, is connected to heart, the color red, the color pink. So everything is connected, the music, the sound which Neil talked about, the essences, the pyramids. This is where we bring pyramids into our environment. I do not subscribe to the idea of shielding. Oh, I feel I'm an empath, I feel toxicity here, I have to shield myself, bring my black tourmaline. No, do not shield. What I say is, elevate your frequency, because frequencies have their own bandwidth. So if somebody is vibrating here and you're vibrating here, it doesn't affect you. You don't need to shield, because it doesn't affect you. All you have to do is rise higher. Bring those vibrational essences layering into your life. Align your intentions with that. If you bring them, but you are in fear mindset, disastrous mindset, it's not going to align. You got to be in miraculous mindset and bring those tools in your life. Then you will see the magic. You will be like a super fast Amazon Prime, because I am that. I want the next day delivery, today delivery. I'll pay freaking $2.99 extra to get that right now. And that's what I'm talking about. If you are for that and you want faster results, stronger results, amplified results, change your environment, get that into your life, bring pyramids. And that's what is today's topic, the pyramid path. And last 2 minutes, do we have? We are done. Okay, I'll just share one last story. This guy, you see him? He has no legs. He has no legs. He was a beggar on the street in a small town in India, in Andhra Pradesh. He was thrown out of his home. Nobody to take care of him in the family because he had no legs. and he was almost about to suicide himself because he was a beggar. He has no money, he can't take care of his family. And at that point, he met PSSM, he met Patriji, and he learned meditation. And when he learned meditation, his whole life changed. This guy, right now, he's an illiterate. He has not studied. After he started meditating, his life transformed. He took power to himself and he said, you know what? My physical body doesn't define me. I am going to do what I intend to do. He created his own vehicle. This is so amazing story. He created his own vehicle to travel from village to village to village to teach meditation because his life transformed and he realized his body doesn't define who he is. He is a yogi, he is a master, he is a creator. A beggar on the streets of India who has nothing today has transformed villages, communities, built pyramids in India. I am not kidding, this is a real guy, you can go talk to him. He now channels information and creates sacred geometry structures. He doesn't know anything about angles, he doesn't know anything about geometry. All he knows is how to connect to his breath. That's all he knows. And he channels direct information from the masters and he creates geometry. Markaba, Sri Yantra, every different kind of geometry with his own hands. And I have one at home. If you guys want his number, I'm happy to give you and he can create one for you as well. This is the level of transformation I'm talking. We need to get out of our own limitations and say, we have legs, don't we? We have hands. What else do we need? We don't need anything more. All we need is believe that we can do it. So he is creating this world of pyramid earth in India right now as we speak. We saw this video, so I'm going to quit. So, the creator code. Intention, decide, intend what you want to become, create the emotion, change your environment. That's all you need to do. 3 things. Make an intention, bring the feeling, meditate, connect to the creator code, and change your environment, change your friends, change your circles, get into the groups. So with this, I end today's session. Thank you guys. And sessions. Huh? Manabadi. Yes. And before that, I want to end. Dr. GK, please come here. I want to introduce you to this man, an amazing legend, Dr. Gopal Krishna, who has come from UK and his whole family is dedicated to this mission. His whole family. It's so amazing. I don't even know the relations that they all have, but I'm just amazed to see them do that amazing global work. And he is here just for the love of meditation. That's all it is. It is not because he loves me or he loves this. He loves meditation. Is that right? Yes. And that connects us all. And today, he has done extensive work from past 30 years on health, on talking about how to cure yourself without medication. And today he has a workshop at 7 to 10 at the Hilton. No, it's changed. That's why I'm telling you right now. It's 7 to 10. I have no, my workshop has changed. Gargi, I'm going to tell you. So it's 7 to 10, his workshop. So please join that workshop. So so that's the change, and we'll talk about my workshop. For now, today is cancelled. I'm going to change it. Okay? All right? Thank you, GK. Yes.
And in addition to that, the spiritual tablets certificate workshop is combined with that. Only 3 people are about to take the certificate, so that becomes an orientation for them and to understand the spiritual principles behind the chronic and acute illness. What are the reasons behind all the illnesses related to the spirituality that we are going to discuss very elaborately. Thank you very much for the MMS giving this great opportunity to share the wisdom for 2 hours, all the case studies and then wisdom, everything, followed by the certificate workshop for all the newcomers. Thank you.
Thank you, GK. And for anyone who want to work with me, I'm absolutely ready to work with you. Connect with me directly. And if you want to get coached, if you want to become a leader, if you want to get trained, if you want to start a mission, start a movement, I'm here to support you. I have carved all my time just for that for the next 2 months. Although I'm traveling, I'm actually going to Mexico for a retreat, for a women's retreat. If you have, no, not if you have, if you want to move ahead, if you want to spend time with me, join me November 5th to 9th in Mexico. Until then, thank you so much, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Huge, huge round of applause, people. Woohoo!
Oye, వచ్చేసిందా? MOU.
All right, with that, I'd like to introduce the Manabuddy team to speak a few words.
Hello, hard masters. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone's enjoying the program, right? Now, a small announcement. So we are working with a Manabadi. I think most of the Telugu people, Telugu families knows that what is Manabadi, right? They are teaching kids Telugu, right? So they are teaching Telugu since I think 10, 15 years. Every small city also, there are Manabadi centers. So now I'm going to introduce Chandra Garu. He is a Los Angeles coordinator from Manabadi. He is going to share some information about the Manabadi. And also one more thing, we are working with the Manabadi, spreading our meditation. Very soon you will hear that good news, this spreading our meditation with the 15,000 families in Northern America, USA and Canada. Okay? Thank you, Chandra Garu. Please continue.
Thanks, Bhiksham Garu. My name is Chandra Vempati. I am representing Silicanandra Manabadi in Los Angeles area. It is really great to see all of you in this mega meditation summit. And it is very, very important. It's really wonderful to see everyone. And particularly the PSSM is promoting and propagating the meditation in many, many lives. And it is very important at this age. And everyone, it is important actually to keep the mind calm. You are doing wonderful, wonderful job in that. I'm really very, very appreciative on that. And come back to Manabadi. And the language, particularly any language, your mother tongue is very, very important to learn the mother tongue and pass it on to your next generations. It is very important actually that is a part of your culture. So it is our duty as adults to pass our language to the next generation. In that mission, Silicanandra Manabadi took initiative to teach the Telugu language to Telugu families and not only anybody who wants to learn the Telugu. So we have a booth outside, a stall, Manabadi stall. If anyone wants to know more about Manabadi, please visit our stall and get more information. And another thing is we have a big student base in Northern America, both Canada and US. And not only these two countries, 11 other countries, we have branches, we have centers. We are teaching Telugu and try to pass it on to the next generation. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
I do see a few folks headed out. Quick pause before you leave. Wanted to have a few announcements. So number one, I know we touched on it. Now GK Sir's workshop that was originally from 2 to 4 p.m. today is actually happening from 7 to 9 in replacement of Pari's workshop as it's been canceled today. We also do have an additional workshop labeled as Childhood Trauma and Inner Healing with Maheshwari Kumari today, happening from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. So if you're interested in any of these workshops, please head to the Hilton, as these will be taking place there. And lastly, before we head into our high vibe lunch, I'd like to invite everyone on stage to capture this beautiful day, this beautiful moment together for a group picture. So let's come on in, make your way to the stage.
Thank you everyone. Please do come over right now. Kids, parents, please do. Kids, parents, please do pick up. Please pick up your kids for the lunch. Parents, if your kids are at the daycare, please take care. Yeah. Can you have Prem sir, please? Sir, we want to take a picture if you don't mind, please. Children కాదు అందరూ మనం కూడా
अज्ञानता है दुख का कारण ध्यान है इसका निवारण ये बताने आए योगी.
As we head up, I'd like to say we have 10 minutes to get this picture, so if you could please make your way up front. It'd be wonderful to see your gorgeous faces today.
ब्रह्मर्षि पितामह पत्रिजी, ब्रह्मर्षि पितामह पत्रिजी. ये उनका यह रहा बस जीव के प्रति जाग करुणा फैले शाकाहार जग में मित्रता हो धर्म अपना. समय है बदलाव का अब जीव हिंसा छोड़ दें सब मित्र बनकर यह बताया मार्ग मुक्ति का दिखाया. ब्रह्मर्षि पितामह पत्रिजी, ब्रह्मर्षि पितामह पत्रिजी.
जय हो जय हो जय हो जय हो.
I see a few people still seated in the audience. I don't want to be that person, but if you could make an appearance on stage, that would be lovely. Thank you. I see you.
श्रद्धा दीक्षा जय जय हो, बुद्धि प्रज्ञा जय जय हो. श्रद्धा दीक्षा जय जय हो, बुद्धि प्रज्ञा जय जय हो. श्रद्धा दीक्षा जय जय हो, बुद्धि प्रज्ञा जय जय हो.
If you are able to see the camera, camera is seeing you. If you are able to see the camera, camera is seeing you. Ensure that you are seeing the camera.
मैत्री करुणा जय जय हो, दिव्य मैत्री करुणा जय जय हो. समता शांति जय जय हो, दिव्य समता शांति जय जय हो.
Friend.
जय हो.
Come on, all youngsters. Everyone, please. On the podium right now. On the podium. Are we good?
चक्र जय जय हो सहस्रार जय जय हो
On the count.
आज्ञा चक्र
Please
जय जय
stop the song.
हो सहस्रार जय जय हो
आज्ञा चक्र जय जय हो सहस्रार जय जय हो आज्ञा चक्र जय जय हो सहस्रार जय जय हो
तपोलोक जय जय हो सत्यलोक जय जय हो तपोलोक जय जय
Simona.
हो सत्यलोक
Simona.
जय जय हो
Can you capture from the top? Can somebody try from the top? Top. Can somebody try from the top?
तपोलोक जय जय हो सत्यलोक जय जय हो तपोलोक जय जय हो सत्यलोक जय जय हो ध्यानलोक जय जय हो सत्यलोक जय जय हो
ज्ञान विश्व जय जय हो दिव्य ज्ञान विश्व जय जय हो ज्ञान भारत जय जय हो दिव्य ज्ञान भारत जय जय हो जय हो जय हो जय हो जय हो सत्य हिंसा जय जय हो शौच संतोष जय जय हो सत्य हिंसा जय जय हो शौच संतोष जय जय हो
Did we get it, guys?
अहिंसा जय जय हो शौच संतोष जय जय हो सत्य अहिंसा जय जय हो शौच संतोष
Okay, we can cut off the music. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, guys. Excellent.
All right, now we're going to head over to our high vibe lunch.
A small song.
पत्री देवा सुभाष पत्री देवा पत्री देवा पत्री देवा सुभाष पत्री देवा पत्री देवा परम पदम लादुरिकेनुलेवो श्वासमीद ध्यासा श्वासमीद ध्यासा पत्री देवा सुभाष पत्री देवा पत्री देवा परम पदम लादुरिकेनुलेवो श्वासमीद ध्यासा श्वासमीद ध्यासा निधान सन्निधि निलुवनि नाडो निध्यान सन्निधि निलुवनि नाडु निलुवदु निलुवदु ना प्राणम निध्यान सन्निधि निलुवनि नाडु निलुवदु निलुवदु ना प्राणम मुनि मौलिनी संकीर्तन में मुनि मौलिनी संकीर्तन में మణిమయ సోపానం